Hello, System here, and Hellraiser 2022 is really, really good. I really like this movie. I've only seen three Hellraiser movies, though. I've seen the first one, Hellbound Hellraiser 2, and this new one. I haven't seen any of the other ones, and I don't even really remember much about the second one because it's been forever since I've seen that movie. But this is a remake of Hellraiser, and I really, really liked it. But there will be spoilers for this movie, so if you haven't seen it yet, I would definitely recommend not watching this video because there will be major spoilers for this new Hellraiser movie. But yeah, I got spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But yeah, I actually watched this movie the night it came out. I watched it at like 1 in the morning, and then right after that, I watched Werewolf by Night at like 3 in the morning. So I'll review that too. But excuse me. But yeah, so the movie opens up with a scene of this guy walking into this room, and you see the lament configuration, but it's like extended. And at first, I was like, "Oh, it never did that in the first movie." I've never read the Hellraiser like book, because I know there is a book, and I don't know if it does that in the book, but it never did it in the original movies. But in this one, it's doing a lot of like different shapes and stuff, which I actually like that. I thought it was pretty cool. But basically, it cuts him, and then we see him get all Hellraiser-fied, and then it goes, "Bam, Hellraiser." And I gotta say, this opening music was fire. I was sitting here watching this movie at 1 in the morning, being like, shit, this music is fire, bro. Like, bro, it was a very good score. I was like, wow, this is great. Um, but yeah, so then after that we meet this girl, I think her name is Riley, and this guy Trevor, and her brother Matt, I think is his name. Colin, I think is the other guy. What's the girl's name? Can't remember. Shit. But yeah, so they are hanging out, and then um, I think her brother dies before they get. No, wait. No. They go get the lament configuration. They open a crate, and it's in there, and then she has it, and then later her brother, she gets almost stabbed by it. She like passes out, and he comes and he's like, "Oh my goodness!" And then he gets cut by it. He goes to the bathroom, and then he gets pinheaded and shit. Like the Cenobites. I gotta say, Pinhead is the only Cenobite from the other movies that's in this one, and she's a badass in this movie. I actually really like female Pinhead. I know some people were like, "What the fuck?" But wasn't female Pinhead in the book? So like they changed that for the original movies. I think I could be wrong, but Pinhead was great in this movie. I really liked her. But so her brother dies, and then she's like, you learn about these other things that if the if the Cenobites come, they'll give you something. And we'll find out later with that other guy. And you think she's gonna choose resurrection to bring her brother back, but you learn that that's not what's gonna happen. But so she has it, and then she goes to that house with all the people, and then there's some stuff like I remember the girl dies. That like she gets like one of the pins stabbed through her neck or something, or was that the other guy? I think that's what happened to the girl, but the girl dies. I can't remember her name. I think Colin and Riley live though. Did Trevor die? I think Trevor died, but Trevor's all injured, and then the guy comes out, and I think we were told he was dead. The guy from the beginning of the movie who had the lament configuration, and Trevor's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I know," and they're talking, and you're like, "Oh shit, Trevor knew this whole time," because he's going like, "Things got a little out of hand. I'll admit that, but I'm handling it." Like, bro, he was working with him the whole time. And he's got this, like, Voight, I think is his name. He's got this fucking gold shit in him that's pulling his muscles and stuff. And I was sitting there like, oh, that's nasty. That's cool, but that's nasty. And then we learned that when the Cenobites came, he asked for that or whatever. I don't remember what he asked for. I think he chose pleasure, maybe? Or something else. Something. And it did that. And I was like, wow, yeah, they twisted that shit around. And he's like, they just twist it around, and all the Cenobites are in the house, like through the looking through the doors and stuff. No Butterball, no one with the throat up open. Even though one of them did have like a throat open thing, and no Chatter, no Chatterer, no Chatterer. That's really hard to say. Chatterer is in this one. He is in this. I remember that. I love him. He's like my second favorite Cenobite after Pinhead. Say chatter 5 times fast. Chatter, 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 chatter. I don't know if that counts. I don't know if I did that, but whatever. But yeah, so they're in there, and then I think, does Riley get cut by the thing? I think she might. Colin got fucked up. He didn't die, I don't think, but he got pretty injured. I'm trying to remember what happened to Trevor. I think he died, but I cannot remember for some reason. But so the is it Voight that it happens to? He gets the thing out. It falls out. I remember that. And then he gets like lifted up and shit. And then Pinhead says, "We have such sights to show you." And I got really excited when she said that. I was like, "That's cool," because I don't know if I've said this a lot on my channel, but I love the original Hellraiser. I adore that movie. I think it is so good. And I love all the quotes from it. "We have such sights to show you. No tears. It's a waste of good suffering. The box, you opened it. We can't." Like, I love that movie, and I love the quotes. So when she said, "We have such sights to show you," I was like, I got very excited. I was like, "Oh, let's go." But yeah, so Riley lives, and I don't remember what happened to the lament configuration. Damn, should I have rewatched this movie? Because I can't remember. What happened to the lament configuration? I don't even remember. I think either Riley kept it, or I guess Pinhead might have it now. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I forgot. But then it cuts back to that guy, and he's getting all like shit. His like skin pulled up, and like his fucking mouth goes like that. They were talking about the Leviathan in the movie, which was in Hellbound Hellraiser 2. I remember that. He was one of the doctor guys, I think. The Leviathan was the guy who killed all the Cenobites at the end of Hellbound Hellraiser 2, I'm pretty sure. But so his fucking, and I think one of the things that grabs someone in that movie was also in this one, maybe. Like the big old hand thing. There was no fucking long hallway with some giant slug monster, though, like in the first one. I didn't mind that. Also, you know what I thought? I guess I talked about the end of the movie, so yeah. But you know what I thought? Whenever it talked about Matt maybe being resurrected, and she was talking to him, and they were like resurrection, I was like, what if they're doing the thing from the first movie where when Frank came back, he was like, "You need to kill people so I can get my skin back." That's what I thought was gonna happen. I thought Matt was gonna come out all meaty and skelefied and shit, and he'd be like, "Riley, you have to kill people to build me," and she would do it. That's what I thought they were moving towards. I was like, they're gonna do the thing from the original with Frank and the girl's name that I can't remember, even though I love that movie. But yeah, I was like, that's what I thought was gonna happen. I was like, oh, they're gonna do the thing. The thing, yes. But that's not what happened. I was like, oh, and never mind. Nope. But yeah, I loved it. I loved this new Hellraiser movie. I thought it was very, very good. And I've seen a lot of negative reviews, which I didn't expect. I remember at the end being like, that was really good, and then reading reviews being like, oh, what the hell? I was like, I thought this was good. I don't know. I really liked it, but I've seen a lot of good reviews as well, but some I'll see that are negative, and I'm like, man, this is like not a very popular. Not a lot of people like this movie, but it's okay. Also, I think the guy who made this made The Night House, which I don't know if I've said this before, but I love The Night House. That movie's awesome. God, that movie's so good. But I really like this movie. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna give this movie 4.5 stars out of 5. I really, really liked it. I thought it was very, very good. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Hellraiser movie. But Pinhead's voice in this movie was really cool too. I was like, yeah. But yeah, guys, please give this video a like. Please subscribe to my channel and check out some of my other videos. We have such sights to show you.